beyond the horizon dawning, surge on.
Made of love, darling, my own. Reach them out wide, darling, love on. Your lips made of truth, darling, speak on. A soul full of fire, darling, burn on.
Into life, I know how it feels to try being someone else than your authentic self.
Your authentic self. Been till life, I see the spotlight on your life. You never have to be more than love itself.
Love itself.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
I love to watch the rain fall. You love a bluesy blue sky. I love the palms when they sway. You love the cover of night. We're both as different as we can be, just like the sun and moon in every sky will be bright, 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 bright.
We'll be
bright, 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 bright.
You love the eyes of the world. I love the hush of the trees. You search for every good thing. I hope you find them in me. We're both
As similar as we can be, just like the sun and moon in every sky will be
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Welcome to Power Radio this beautiful morning. My name is Caroline Murote and you are here on Sheversations, and this is a show that aims to amplify female voices. How are you doing this beautiful Wednesday morning? It's a little bit gloomy, a little bit on the rainy side, but it's okay. Isn't it baraka za God, ni baraka za Mungu. So weekend inaendaje? How is your week going? Nanyi mnakumbuka to apply. You apply, guys, for wedding positions. At a groom position is also available. Alafu niliambiwa aje. I was told that I am limiting myself to lakeside men. Alafu mtu akasema ati I must give adu amurema. Watu amurema walisema wanataka chance tena because ni kama sikuwa nimewa consider. Hivyo ndio walisema. So I'm no longer limiting my search to lakeside men. So we kama unajijua tu ni mwanaume unapenda Yesu na uko serious na maisha na akili yako inafanya kama clockwork, batteries iko updated, software iko updated to the latest modification, basi tutakuwa sawa. Yes, just send in your application. I have a whole panelist of reviews. I'll be introducing my committee members one by one to you guys. Mniambie kama I am being just ndio. Once you get a no, I'm appending, I'm try again and go back and fix your CV response from me. You know that the committee is well and able. And let me know what you want me to consider. What do you guys think? Simnanijua, my Sheversationalists, you guys know me. What should I consider when I'm looking for a man? In 2024, what is an educated, smart, modern woman supposed to be looking for in a man? Because when you wanaenda Airbnb, wanauliwa. When you wanakaa home, bado wanauliwa. Ukienda Olympics, you become a medalist, bado ukauliwa. So like basically my point is, what should I be looking for in a man that will not get me killed? Sounds funny, but it's actually not funny because we're still undergoing a very, very serious crisis of femicide in our country, gender-based violence, and as we warm up to getting into a 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. I just want all of us to be very, very intentional to think about what we need to change in our cultures, what we need to change in the society, what we need to change in our politics, what we need to change in our language and expression to help women be safer in this country, because enough is enough. Now, let me know what you think about that. Let me know if somebody near you has been affected or if you yourself have been a victim of gender-based violence, because femicide is just it's just ni big brother big sister GBV. It starts somewhere, because when we see women as objects, when we see women as property, then we reserve the right to do whatever it is that we can with them. And kama spendi simu yangu inikasirisha na izairusha, because it's my property, I'm the one that will suffer. So if we have the same regard towards human beings, then tutakuwa we'll just continue as we have been doing. The status quo is just going to be extended, and we're going to continue losing our women, and this whole country will be a funeral every single day of the week, 24 hours, 365 days a year, and we cannot have that. With that said, we've entered our show with the beautiful sounds of Wanja Waharo on Binti featuring Tetushani, and we've also listened to Bright. That was Wanja Waharo and Junior Nyongo. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy the show. You are very, very, very welcome, my loves. Now wapenda sana, and we're gonna dive into Built for You and Dawa, both by Wanja Waharo. Enjoy.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
It's time now, don't be scared. I know you're unprepared. Shake that pride off, it don't belong here. Neither does your fear. I know you just discovered the world was built for you. designed to see you through till the end. Old in your bed, comforted by thoughts of all you think you deserve. All you think you earn. Frustration is all I feel. I know I learned it long ago. Hiding myself from the world, a body that's not my own. I learned that long ago. I know you just discovered a world not built for you, excluding you. Your voice becomes dead, throat turning red. Welcome to my point of view. Now please stay mute. Breathe, enjoy this view. In this lifetime of mine, I would like to live. In this lifetime of mine, I would like just to live. In this lifetime of mine, I would like just to live. In this life, I would like not to fight, just to live.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Like the waves of the ocean, bittersweet magic potion, easy off your pain.
Like a rain in the summer, ginger root, lemon dower, ease your pain.
Like fresh sheets on a Monday,
Keep me warm on Sunday.
can I ease your pain?
Like that first sip of beer, I feel fizzy when you're near. Ease my pain.
Napping fresh out the shower, ginger root, lemon dower, ease my pain.
I'll be your purest escape.
A refuge in your landscape. Can you ease my pain? You'll be my lamp in this shade.
As this song slowly fades, can I ease my pain? Can you
Can I ease your pain? I will ease your pain.
your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Can I ease your pain? That is Wanja Wahoro and Junior Nyongo asking and saying, Mina izakuwa dawa yako. That was dawa and mwah, 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 sounds bonita, chef's kiss. And right before that, we had Build for You. And so today we're just going to have some very, very chilled, just some very, just very, like, leo hakuna kerehere, hakuna mohahe leo tumetulia, and we're just gonna chill with this mature music. Unajua kama watu wa kukunywa wines kunywangi, because mimi nakuanga msem boring sana, but as opposed to our say wa kuruka club kurukia viti and doing dance overs with people's fathers, people's fathers themselves just bumping their kitambes into everybody, is playlist ya leo siya huko. Ini ya watu wenye wanakunywa wine, wanaketi chini, wanaongelea vitu intellectual. You're just there talking about the world and philosophies, and you're talking about, what do people talk about? Me sijui, because I don't go anywhere. Mtaniambia what kind of people chill to this kind of music. I just want us to paint a picture, and that note you can give me that feedback on our Power Radio across all our socials. That will be Facebook, that will be X, Twitter, that will be Instagram, that will be TikTok. Ooh, okay. I don't know why I just did that. I'm a little bit weird, but it's okay. It's allowed. And you can also talk to me directly, Caroline_Murote on Instagram. You already know. And Caroline Murote across every other social platform. If you want my number, please slide into the DMs. There's no need to stalk me. That's weird. By the way, guys, Monday nilikuwa naenda church service pale Nairobi Cinema. Church yetu Ratina kwanga na service hapo inaitwa Fitness in the Word. So mimi nikatoka job, roho safi, nimetembea. I've walked the whole way from State House Road, nimetembea hapo nikaingia main road hapo towards Jamhuri Park, hapo ndio niingie CBD, hizo sides za GPO. Tell me why nikitoka to State House Road ndio niingie your main road, iyo yenye inakupelekanga Valley Road, Sitam, wapi. Tell me why a man started working with me and this was normal. We're all going into CBD most likely, sindio? Alafu ikafika mahali, alafu nikuwa nasikia ni kama kuna msee ananiongelesha from behind, and so I'm just like watu wanaongea, hakuna mtu najua hapa, na kama ni msee ananijua, they'll reach up to me, like they'll come to where I am, alafu ama watanipigia simu, because again, kama nakujua, you're going to get my attention in another way. Nikasema I wouldn't look back, sitaangalia nyuma, because sitaki kuangalia nyuma. Me, I don't know anyone, na kama if it's not anything that has to do with me, mbona niangalie nyuma? Ni kama ukisikia mtu akisema kss, alafu angalie nyuma. Kama we si mtu, unafaa kuitwa kama kss, mbona unaangalia nyuma? So I'm like, whoever it is going to address me vizuri. Mind you, nilikuwa na earphones. I was listening to some beautiful, beautiful music on my way to church. Alafu, sa uyu mzee that I realized is one of the guys that we've been working with. When you're trying to notice people from the side of your eye at you are, we've been on this road together. Sisi wote tunaingia CBD. So I had no reason to think or feel that this was weird until now he comes walking right next to me. Alafu akasema nini? What did the man say? The man said, like he started talking, right? He's talking to me. So me, I frowned. Literally, like I couldn't even, because I'm confused. I'm like, who is this and why is he just talking to me? Because he's not even waving to get my attention. Mind you, nimeva earphones za white zenye ziko na code, because nyinyi kwa matatu nilipoteza Bluetooth earphones zangu because I don't like these coded earphones. I want you to imagine my phone could be anywhere. I don't want you to know where my phone is. Lakini ukitumia these coded earphones, anybody who wants to know where your phone is, anafuata to your code, anajua, okay, umeweka hii side. But na BT, unaweza rusha simu chini ya bag kabisa, and then you still use your earphones. Sindio? Haya. So he can see that I'm using earphones. Why? Because they are coded and they are white. Na mnaona tu niko na short hair. So what does this man do? He starts talking to me and I'm like, bruh, first of all, try and get my, excuse me. Unajua kitu inaitwa excuse me, it's very, very important. Like, excuse me could be a wave, could be a, just do this in front of me. Ndio nikuone. I realize that you're politely trying to get my attention. Sir does not. What does he do? He just starts talking. So me natoa moja, I frown, natoa earphones kwa side moja ya masikio, and then namwangalia. And mind you, we're still walking. Tuko hapo Jamhuri Park, we're about to, tunakaribia hapo roundabout, we cross the road to the other side ndio tuingia CBD. And then he says, this man says, you have a very beautiful body. Yo, let me tell you guys. Ilikuwa compliment lakini umewahi sikia dhidhi. Like umewahi sikia like, oh my God, like this man has been walking next to me, near me, behind me the whole time. Just looking at me. Na ni sawa tu, ni sawa. Baraka za Mungu tulipewa lakini guy, mi nilisikia and I just said, thank you. Nika smile, nikamwambia, thank you. And then he proceeded to walk in front of me. And I was like, well, I guess it's just the man who really wanted to give me a compliment. I felt weird, but that's a me problem. That's not on him. It's okay for him to give me a compliment. Lakini guys, I don't know why I felt so objectified. Realizing that this man has been trying to talk to me from behind. So, alikuwa ananiita aje. Sawa. That's just the beginning of the story. Imagine that's the beginning of the story. Tell me why huyu mwanaume alikuwa mbele yangu. He crossed the road mbele yangu and then he slows down. So me, I cross the road and I keep walking. Of course, nimem notice because at this point I'm feeling awkward. Nime feel your vivi. And so I want to like be far from him because I know he's looking at me as a person of interest and I feel so I think ladies, you'd understand. When a man gives you a compliment about your body that does not feel very nice, makes you feel very exposed and like this person is objectifying you. That is how I felt. So sir has slowed down. And I'm like, why is he slowing down? Everybody is walking. Kumbe, he was waiting for me. Because the minute I get to where he is, he doesn't talk to me, but he just starts walking. He starts walking as if he wants to walk next to me. So mimi najifanya simuoni, mi naendelea, and I start walking faster. I'm just running. This man is keeping up the pace. The man who had slowed down. Now that I've reached him, now he's keeping up the pace. Nikasema, guy, huyu unajua daya yake. I'm gonna cross the road. Sa nimefika pale petrol station. Nimepita hiyo nje ya kuingia huko kwa Allianz. Nimepita GPO. I'm by the petrol station. Kasema, now I'm going to cross the road. I'm going to cross the road now. Niingie iyo pavement ya katikati ya barabara hapo Kenyatta Avenue. Like instead of going to Huduma Center this side, east side is a poster. Nikae tu katikati because there's a beautiful pavement the whole way on Kenyatta Avenue. Kuna pavement hapo katikati just for strolls where those photographers are normally saying, hey, madam photo, madam. Yeah, those ones. So mi nimefanya aje? I crossed the road. Guess who crosses the road? Guess who walks a little bit in front of me? Na akiniona nikicross barabara, pia yaka cross barabara. Ha! I was like, what's happening? Why is this happening? So sasa mi natembea and I'm like, let me see if he's just gonna cross the whole road. Because hajui kama naenda huku, naenda across the other side, ama I'm just gonna walk. So what does he do? I'm walking very slowly. So he just continues to cross. He goes to the other side. And I'm like, that's it, I've lost him. Ameingia hizo side za Huduma Center. Mimi hata simuangali. I'm just relieved that he's no longer in my field of vision. So nikaendelea, guys. I'm charging onwards to go and fellowship with the Lord. Naenda church service. Najua ni Monday, lakini kuna kwanga na hiyo service. So me, I'm just focused. Earphones ndio hizo. I'm listening to my worship music. And I'm just glad, I'm relieved. Sa kama mnajua Chicken Inn, nikaingia hapo yenye, if you're on Kenyatta Avenue, you'll turn after you've passed Huduma Center, the next block ama the next 2 blocks inakuanga na Chicken Inn hapo kwa hiyo kona, alafu hapo nyuma kuna kwanga, is it the same one with Big Square? I'm not sure. Hapo nikaingia, the one that takes you to Town Hall na Cooperative Bank. Sawa, nimeingia hapo. Tell me why this man shows up out of nowhere. Hey, wadau. Oh, brethren, let me tell you, I was like, I am being stalked. I am being stalked in broad daylight. I am being stalked. Like, guys, let me tell you, I just felt so unsafe. Like, I knew this man isn't going to do anything. I knew he would, there's nothing he can do, right? But the fact that you have followed me, it is not a coincidence. See, it was not. You are following me all the way from where you first saw me. You have followed me halfway across town. You have taken different turns. You watched me from where you were. Alafu unatokea mali mimi naingia. Nishaingia huko kwa hizo mablocks. Umetokea wapi? And the man comes and tries to talk to me again. Guys, this was my confirmation. Can I just tell you, I didn't talk to this man again. I didn't. Nilimwangalia next to me. Apo tuko karibu na town hall. I'm about to turn. Nipite yo inakuanga Carrefour. Mnanipata hapo kuna kuanga na Masai set, Masai inaitwaje? Masai market. Sasa ndio niingie hapo Nairobi cinema. Like that's my route. I just ignore the man because who are you and why are you talking to me again? So uliniambia I have a beautiful body. Ni sawa. I told you thank you, sir. Why are you following me? Why have you followed me this whole way? Ladies and gentlemen, you wouldn't believe that I had to almost stop walking. Literally, slow down. And literally almost stop walking so that this man can just walk ahead. And so I let him walk up because Ali cross barabara na mimi, guys. I can see him in front of me crossing the road, looking at the side of his eye to see where I am. Woo! Wacha nikwambie. And the thing is, what do you do as a woman in this country? Do you scream and say this man is following me? You can't because you don't have any actual confirmation. Watu watasema si Nairobi ni kubwa, kwani unadhani wewe ndio unaendanga hizo njia zako? You're not the only one who knows those shortcuts. But I'm telling you guys, this man was following me. This man kept slowing down, kept standing at corners to see where I was. Ndio aendelee kwenda na mimi, and then he acts like, oh, look, we're working together. We've bumped into each other. Wah. I let him walk directly into Kencom, and I made sure he was gone until I couldn't see him anymore. Ndio sasa I rushed. I went into Nairobi Cinema, and as much as tunataka kila mtu aokoke, I was just like, aki huyu asingie huku. I don't want. It will be so awkward. Like, eish. So, gentlemen, sons of Adam, niambie shida inakuanga wapi. Please, can you help me understand this brethren? This Jama who followed me all the way from barabara inaitwaje. Tuseme hapo, karibu na Serena, karibu na Jamhuri Park, as you're entering CBD, as you're going towards GPO, Ivo Kenyatta Avenue. Tell me why somebody would follow you for that long distance. Alikuwa nataka aje. Like, what's the rationale? Ni sawa umeniona, you felt like, oh my God, this is this woman, wow. Okay, but sasa umenifuata ndio nini happen? And this is what we're talking about, not giving women agency, feeling like you're entitled to women, to their bodies, feeling like you deserve the right into somebody's space. And let me tell you, this guy might even be a very nice guy, but it's this kind of behavior that we're increasingly seeing in men that makes us very distrustful. Now, if I think a man somewhere is following me, I have every reason to be suspicious. Why? Because I have multiple of these experiences. Of I know for a fact that this person is following me. Hata kuna mwingine aliingia matatu. Alafu akashukia mahali akiona ati they're not going to be able to get my attention from where they were sitting. Imagine, guys, getting to the point where you're following somebody into their matatu. How much more unsafe do you want us to feel as women if these are the things that are happening in broad daylight? So my question is, if you can do that to somebody in broad daylight, what are you going to do in secret? Like if me and this guy were in some corridor somewhere, just the two of us, kama amenifuata bila kuogopa, na naona namuona, haogopi. Like he feels like this is normal behavior. Gentlemen, can we please stop? And ladies, unfortunately, we have to be vigilant because they're not stopping. It's 2024, they're not stopping. Yeah, so let's take care of ourselves. Let us take care of ourselves. Let us do better. And right after this, we're going to get into what's happening. That was what's happening. That's what's happening in Nairobi City. And we're going to get into a couple more items of what's happening. So let's hear Dust from Jinku and Wanja Wahoro and enjoy the night.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
What's in the dust as it follows me? What's in our dust, in this empty scene? What's in the frost that has covered me with what was lost, what was lost. Now I'm shivering. Where's all the trust that was ever sweet? You took it down with one word, threw me off my feet. What's in the dust that I leave behind me? The damage to my health. U is for the understanding. I'm too damn understanding. SOS now, SOS. T is for the time bomb. The ticky ticky time bomb, ticky ticky time bomb. Watch it explode, dissolve to matter. Am I alone? My feelings matter. Your dust it flows, a cloud of memories. You're my safety post. You're in all my memories. What's in the dust underneath my feet? Where's all the lust, all the lust? Won't you hold on to me? What's in the dust, in the dust, in the dust? Do we turn to dust, turn to dust, turn to dust, turn to dust? Turn to dust, 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 turn to dust. clear to me. Haunted eyes, not clear, not clear. Needing you under fluorescent lights, but I turn them off to enjoy the night, enjoy the night.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
So that was Enjoy the Night by Wanja Wahoro and Jinku, and also by Jinku and Wanja Wahoro, that was Dust. Vumbi, because dust is constant. We need to stop saying that. Oh my gosh, tumezoea mashida, this country, this beautiful country of ours. Like in tunasemanga Kenya sihami, because honestly the drama is normally so funny. So anyways, based on vumbi yenye nimekuwa niki rant about right before that music break, what are your experiences? What are your weird, unpleasant, uncomfortable, scary experiences as a woman and also as a man? Have you ever gone through such? Ama umewaiona, because mimi nikianza kusema vitu nimewaiona. A man manhandling himself, fondling himself under his trousers with a hand inside, looking at me, looking at my chest. Guys, let me tell you, you will scream. Some of you gentlemen, venye mnasemanga, oh mama tunapenda maneno yetu, oh women. Let me tell you, grow hips, grow buttocks, grow breasts. And then you'll see a man touching his manhood kwa matatu akikuangalia, and then come back tuonge and tell us that this noise is unnecessary. Because unasikia tu unasikia dhidi, unasikia kama unaweza tapika, and you feel so helpless. Like, should you scream and tell people? Do you stand up and walk out of, like, yani, you just feel powerless because why is this allowed? Why is this okay? Why are other people not pretending to be seeing it? Why is it so normal? Tells us a lot. But anyways, can't wait to hear your stories. You know, in solidarity, ndio nijue kama ni mimi peke ama tunapitia hizi vitu tukiwa wengi, si ndio? What's happening is that racism is doing a thing, because weye brother Larry Madowo, the sir that we look up to, sisi wote, when you wanataka kuhama Kenya, he's one of the examples. And then he has this guy who's constantly bullying him. Sa amemtumia hii email. Na huyu mzee anaitwa Augustine Rakobish. So even ndio anaambia Larry, you are absolutely making us sick. CNN is a news channel. Why don't you shut up forever? Woo! With your African voices, change makers. I don't want you to insult us. Are you unteachable, guy? Aya? I don't know what's going on here. Wazungu shida iko wapi? Please mwachane na Larry. Ni mimi nimesema. Please leave him alone. Thank you. By management, please. Alafu kuna relocation going on pale Woodley in a voluntary, because jana 24 houses were demolished in the Woodley estate. Obviously wakisema 24 houses, si hizi za masonko. Of course, ni hizi for common wananchi, watu wa grassroots, and all of this gentrification that's going on, you know, inasaidia nani, and this affordable housing that's never affordable for the people that it's supposed to be affordable to. Very, very interesting, and also very, very sad. So we're going to be following up more on that to see what's going on with those people. Am I going to be surprised if they are not well positioned, if they're not what's the word, if they're displaced? Are we going to be surprised? I don't think so, honestly. Alafu, let's move on to our appointed Senator Karen Nyamu. Amesema no, ametumia Sarah Ibrahim. Akasema no, she has not been auctioned and she's not broke. There was just a small debacle that will be sorted. Alafu akasema nyashi yake haikuangi fake. Lakini mbona mseme nyashi ya Karen Nyamu inakuanga fake? Aki ni sawa tu anakuanga metudhi, lakini woye hiyo nyashi yake inakuanga ya ukweli. She's had it for a long time. She's been very proud of it. And it's a real nyash. Akiwa Kenya sisi, when we dislike somebody, tunatafutanga ataona venye kuna pimple. Ona venye their left eye in a blink. Anashida tu aki blink mara mingi. akiwa Kenya, guys, we're like tunapenda kuongeza chumvi. Imagine, is it necessary to talk about her nyash? Her nyash, since when has it ever? She's always had nyash ever since we've known her. Y'all are weird. Alafu tuongelele kabla tuongelele the last thing tuongelele Steve Simple Boy, guys. I just want to know who's his team, because I need to hire them for myself. Who's his team? Who's doing his social media? Who's doing his content strategy? Who is doing his wardrobe? Because this guy, guys, in 1 week ametupeleka mbio. Ukipita pale kwa Instagram yake, guys, utaona his reels. He's been every 2 days he's been releasing content, and honestly it's been so dramatic, and he's really capitalized on this thing of trending. Amecapitalize this thing ya come out with a new saying. Amecapitalize kabisa, na sai ana fight amedis Revani na Diamond Platnumz, akasema yeye ndio Dragon of Africa. Yeah, na anasema ati kesho ana release wimbo called Kumbavu Zenu. Whoever is the team behind this guy is actually doing a good job, because Steve Simple Boy tunampenda way, but normally do I take him seriously? No, but like right now namwona like he's hustling, and you can't hate. Honestly, you with all your talent and all your eloquence, mekufikisha wapi? What have you created? What have you put out there? So he's winning in life, and this is how you grow. And I feel like Steve Simple Boy is just a clear definition, a proper picture of like hustle, bustle, like make it to the top in any way possible. And all he's doing is putting himself out there. All he does is take instruction and put himself out there, because we know he's gone through so many debacles. Alikuwa na pesa, amekoniwa, alikuwa na pesa, akaenda Mombasa, akakula na madem, alikuwa na pesa, sasa yeye na bibi yake wanaomba chakula. He's gone through a lot, and I hope that this time he's going to stay stable. I hope this time he actually has a management team that have got his back, that are able to help him with his budgeting, so that he can invest his finances and not find himself destitute and being assisted by Kama Eric Omondi and Oga Obina, stuff like that. Like wasi take advantage na ye, because wasi wanamtumianga tu wa trend masa kona shida wanamtumia kutrend. Si wenye nimetaja, no, those ones actually help wananchi. Honestly, they do. Whether they get clout from it or not, they genuinely do assist. Where mali uko unasema wanatafuta out, hakuna mse unasaidia mtu upige picha ni sawa, alafu kuja ucompete useme this is the right way to do it, ndio. Ama saidia mtu kiwa umenyamaza, usipige picha, usipost video, alafu kuja useme pia sisi tunafanyanga hizi vitu and we don't post. Lakini my point is, tunapenda kuongelea vibaya about people who post about the things that they're doing, lakini wewe hakuna kitu umefanya. So mimi I prefer mwenye anasaidia na ana post, because at least ana to inspire. Na tukimjua ni sawa tu, because he has beaten, wacha niongee kizungu, he has killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Hizo kanyoni zimegongwa zote mbili. Like he's gotten his fame, his popularity, lakini mse amesaidika. And I'm like, Vera Sidika niliwatch show Real Housewives of Nairobi, and kulikuwa na one scene which was very, very much very scripted. I could tell, but a lot of the things that were being said there were real. They were having, I think it was one of the first 2 episodes. If it's not episode 1, episode 2, and they were fighting about clout. They were talking about, you nini, you fake this story. Alafu Vera Sidika akasema, is it a problem? But in Kenya, if you don't chase clout, you don't sell. Akasema hivi, and that's something I remember, because it was, she said it and it was real. She said in Kenya, clout sells. And genuinely, that is the situation. So me naonanga that the people who actually make sense, the people who actually get somewhere, ni hawa watu wenye wanajiwekanga huku nje, wanajipost wakifanya vitu, sijui unafanya, sijui you rescue a chicken, you post it. You plant beans, you post it. Ukinyeshewa, you post it. And honestly, without having even intended, Diana Bahati is one of the people that comes to mind, because oh my goodness, like that mama knows. She knows how to brand herself. Like atasema kuja, tueni hizo cameras hapa nje, tumekwama kwa traffic. Unajua traffic, Thika Road imekuwa mbaya, XYZ, LMNOP, and Evo, she's trending. And I love it so much, because is she not East Africa's biggest content creator? for a reason, because you know how to chase clout. So me suggest you chase clout. I'm just saying that this is a formula that works. And Stevo, simple boy, ameyelewa. His team is doing a good job. So keep that up, please. Already. Indio ya mwisho na hii imeniuthi kabisa, imenikera moyo, oh my goodness, Miss Universe Kenya. What's going on, Miss Universe Kenya? Irene Ng'endo, umevaa nini? Because iyo kitu ya represent cultural wear ya Kenya. So alipata from a designer, ama the stylists ya Miss Universe Kenya, who's Irene Ng'endo, walitoa those designs from Nessie Vorreiter. I hope that that's how it's pronounced. If it is not, apologies. And basically what they did is around September, October, they put up a post on their socials to ask for designers to submit their designs for a competition to design for Miss Universe Kenya. Alafu sasa she was told that she's been shortlisted and that anaweza tumika, ongoing relationship. Madam hapa anauliza, okay, mnanilipa ngapi? Uyu madam, uyu mwenye anasimamia Miss Universe Kenya, aongei kuhusu pesa. Anashinda tu beating about the bush. Hizi stories ziko YouTube, so mnaweza enda uzitafute. And then finally she's like, okay, see, akasema hakukuwa na budget, pesa zikuwa offered, and y'all are weird. A whole organization like Miss Universe Kenya, and you don't want to pay designers for their work. That is strange. Please pay women for their work, pay men for their work, pay artists for their work. Please, guys, we're in 2024. Exposure does not pay. Tukitaka exposure kama wasanii, as artists, as content creators, as creatives, we will tell you, I'm going to show up, I'm volunteering. But if this is my hard-earned work, yani creating, like this mama has sat down and she's amechora designs specifically because mmeziitisha. And then you're like, we like this, and you're going to be compensated if she decides to use them. Chukua. And she actually shows her design. Alafu, akasema ati uyu mama, our Miss Universe Kenya, used the AI-generated version, more updated, better version of her design. And I'm like, lakini guys, isn't that stealing somebody's designs and modifying them? That is actually stealing. That's actually stealing. Alafu, what did they say the reason is? Wakasema the reason is that alipoteza suitcase yake because she arrived there 3 days later. People are not seeing her. There was a Miss Universe Kenya, anaitwaje? What's she called? She's based in the US, former Miss Universe, one of the formers. And so she's like, where is Miss Universe Kenya? Tunaangalia watu wengine, we don't see our queen. Where is she? Shida iko wapi? Ameblutikiwa. She's been contacting the organization. She's contacting the people who are transporting her, from the Kenya Tourism Board. She's contacting Irene herself. Hakuna mtu anamjibu. And then they later come up and say ati ni suitcase ilipotea. And then she shows up with this tacky costume that looks like a high school Halloween costume, group of schools. And, no shade to them. I'm just saying, this is what a kid would wear in high school. Like, a group of schools ukiambiwa ati there's a costume party. This is what you would make. It's cute. But is it on the level and quality of Miss Universe Kenya? So let's talk about quality. Let's talk about intentionality. I don't appreciate how we're being represented in the international stages. I don't like that. There have been so many stories of how, our teams, the people that go to represent us internationally. Because mnakumbuka a couple of months ago, we had the story during Olympics, venye wamama, the Kenyan team, wanapikia wazee kule. I'm like, umeenda Paris kupikia wazee terere, guy. Ata msikiangi aibu. Imagine, guys, we should just be ashamed. Like, honestly, as Kenyans, tunasemanga, like, tunataka kwenda. Like, the minute you get your passport, you want to go out there. But when we go out there, we don't think about how we're representing ourselves. Please, I know they say you can take me out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of me. I know tunasemanga hivyo, lakini si tujaribu. Tujaribu tu kidogo PR, tufiche aibu. That as much as vitu zinakuanga ovyo, zinakuanga krinkung krankang, zinakuanga venye tu tunataka huku, can we try not take our nonsense uko on the international scenes, because actually, contrary to popular belief, uko Kenya inaheshimiwa, guys. Kenya is actually one of the countries that people are like, oh my God, Kenya, wow. Kenyan people are loved uko. But now we're just embarrassing ourselves. Are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Please, can we please do better? Miss Universe Kenya, you have been called out. Let us do better. Let us do better. So that is what has been happening. And speaking of that, we're going to listen to Home. Kenyans, we're going to listen to Home from Wanja Wahoro and Nairobi Hans. Something to calm me down. And Honeybee by East African Wave and Wanja Wahoro. This is for you, my loves. Enjoy.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Eyes, raising your sound up to blue lit skies. Oh, breathe spirit into your streets, tropical music on every beat. Walk along your noonday skin, calling across you between the din. You're my voice and I am yours. Westlands, eastlands, and concrete to fight for. Fight for. From your skin was born my own. Natoka e na ondoko aho.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
You're winning this preliminary race, and you're chasing without a semblance of grace. Run to me, run to me, run to me. I'm a believer. Undo me, my honeybee. You're an overachiever. I can see you. Got it. You got it. Got it, babe. You got it. You got it. Got it, babe. Bashful, just to see how much I love you, and it's so easy to falling down, falling. You know I'm clumsy. People say people need, people dream of a love like ours. Of a love like ours. I can see you. Got it. Got it,
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Welcome back, my Sheversationalists. It is 2 minutes past 12 and ranting season is over. Hey, y'all are being weird out there, and can we please do better? Thank you. If you have a feedback for any of the things that we've talked about, some strange man or woman has followed you Nairobi ama Malituna Kwanga, let me know about that. Let me know how you're feeling. Nilisema last week that we're just in a season of gratitude. So one of the things that I'm grateful for, that I am grateful for this year is the opportunity to work, a job that I love, honestly. And in Kenya, honestly, as much as that there's people living their best lives, you cannot take it for granted. People are doing the weirdest things. See, last shoot meongelea to Kileleshwa Estate 25 and, Kenya's version of Dubai Porta Potties. tumeongelea the things that people are doing for money. And so I'm just grateful for God giving me the opportunity to just be able to be industrious in something that I am passionate about. I love that so much. Another thing that I'm grateful for is that the people that I love have seen it to the end of the year. People have really lost their loved ones this year. And it's really, really, really sad. Again, one of the things we're going to be commemorating in the upcoming 16 days of activism against gender-based violence is the people that have been lost this year to femicide. There are those that we know about and so many more that have not even been reported. So many people who've lost loved ones with the bodies that were never confirmed dead and not found, but we know for a fact that these people were taken from their loved ones. It is really, really sad. And so on that note, I have been reflecting on that, and I'm just like, thank you, God, that everybody that I know and love is intact. And so sad that not everybody can say that for themselves this year. So what are you grateful for? Continue to let me know what you're grateful for. And we are going to be diving into the 16 days of activism. So let me know how you're winning in life. Let me know how you're creating safe spaces for the women around you, for the survivors of gender-based violence, for those that are justice defenders, the people that fight for the rights of those that are unable to stand for themselves or those that have been wronged and treated unjustly. Before we get deeply into that, we're not getting into that further today. We are going to look into our Woman Crush Wednesday. And the lady that we are celebrating today, obviously, if you've been paying attention, is Wanja Wohoro. So let's talk about her. So what kind of music does she create? She is an Afro-pop girly. She is a jazzy girly soul. It's just also chill and zen and beautiful. So who is this woman? She was born in Australia to a Kenyan father and an Australian mother. So she's an international baby. And she moved to Kenya when she was 4 years old. And then she lived here for about 7 years. And then at the age of 13, she returned to Australia, to attend high school and later pursued a double major in music and sociology at Sydney University, which saw her graduating in 2016. She was influenced by her father's background as a musician, and the presence of a guitar in their home really nurtured her early interest in music, while her mother's influence supported her artistic pursuits. This is a moment where I start making fun of some of you, because what were you guys doing as children? You guys don't tell me what you were doing as children, because I know mlikuwa mnacheza douche parara huko nje. You all was swimming and like sliding in the mud and eating boogers, and some people's children were really living their best life. So please, it's okay. Those stories make us beautiful. They give us the scars that we have. Because pia mimi, guys, I don't want to lie. Mi nilikuwa nashukwa nywele. And then I used to go paka Vaseline on my hair because I was an idiot baby an innovative baby who just did whatever she wanted. Alafu naenda nafanya somersault kwa mchanga. And my mom is like, what do you mean? Nywele nimelipia sai. Sunday afternoon, nimepeleka mtoto ashukwe nywele. Na nywele yangu haikuwa inashikika, guys. It was too soft and fine. Like it was, like, haikuwa inashikika. There was only one lady in the whole of Gashie mwenye angenishuka nywele. It was a lot. She used to be like, I give up, kaa tu venye unataka. But, because she loved me, alikuwa tu ananitoanisha hizo nywele. And, she undoes that hair and then she has it done again and she tells me, weka dhoniwe, usijaribu tena. Yeah. So anyways, that's what Wanja was doing. She was playing a guitar. She was being influenced into music when some of us were doing somersaults with Vaseline on our head and doing all of those weird things. Wanja began songwriting at 13 years old. She taught herself to play the guitar and the piano. Please, can we be rich enough? Can we please be privileged enough? At this point, this is a poverty issue, guys. It's not just the different cultural issues. At this point, we know enough about music and about the beauties of music and involving your kids and exposing them to sports and different artistic avenues. At this point, it's a poverty issue. It's not a preference issue. It's not a cultural issue. We are culturally poor. Can we just be honest with ourselves? Amma, does the truth hurt? Nimeshout. Poleni, guys. She taught herself to play the guitar and the piano. Our kids must be these kids. And her musical style is described as a fusion of Afro indie, soul, and jazz. And she's been inspired by artists like Amy Winehouse, girl, Corinne Bailey Rae. Do you guys know Corinne Bailey Rae? Girl, put your records on. Na, 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 na. And then we have Amy Winehouse with Valerie Naindangaje. I know we've made a bet every single time that I shouldn't sing, and it really be my own self going against myself. Me, I am my own worst enemy. I am the one. But I'm gonna sing Valerie. Valerie goes how? Oh my goodness. Don't you guys hate it when something is right here and it's just disappeared? But anyways, you guys know Valerie. Like, they had a whole lesbian fling in Valerie. And then we have Leanne Lahavas. Which of her songs do? But guys, her music taste just feels like poetry and the color purple. It feels like a picnic in the warm sun, eating cheese, and oh my god, watch her too. Let me just stop. This is so inspiring. I don't even know why I'm getting so into this, but it is what it is. And basically, when it comes to lyrics, she's intentional to explore the themes of identity. You can imagine growing up the way she did, home, relationships, and female empowerment, because of course we need to uplift the girlies. And she released her debut album, Matriarch, rightfully so, as she should, in 2018, which received a critical acclaim for its exploration. Whoever said this about your art? Come on now. For its exploration of contemporary womanhood. And her recent projects include her EP Dower, which was released in 2023, which delves into her indie and folk roots. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I know that this is not the most vibey, nini, if that's not your jam. But me, I'm all the way into it. I'm all the way into this kind of vibe, Like if I had a tolerance for alcohol and that was a thing that interests me, it doesn't, honestly, then I would be this wine girlies just chilling to Wanja's music and just letting her carry me away. And because it's just beautiful. Do we even need reasons? Do I need to explain why? Like, you listen to that music and see the vibe it gives. I'm that kind of a person. Yeah, and then you get very confused when you see me jumping and crumping to hip hop and like booty popping music. Embarrassing. Tuseme tu mi napenda vitu zenye napenda. I like things. I like a lot of things. It's allowed. You're allowed to like a lot of different things. You're allowed to explore different parts of yourself, okay? I give you that permission. Right. So let's look into Wanja's current life. She has performed at various festivals across Kenya, Australia, and South Africa, and in different spaces globally. And she launched the Black Glitter newsletter in 2021. Isn't that such a beautiful name? This whole woman is poetry. It's just poetry, because who calls their item Black Glitter newsletter? It just sounds like I want to know what's inside. It's called Black Glitter. That's so creative, right? And basically, she offers resources for navigating the independent music industry. Because the people who are gatekeeping her to Saidi, we need more Wanjas in the world. Because artists that have gone ahead, some of you act weird. Mike Munyiri, on one of his videos a couple months ago, was complaining about gatekeeping, was complaining about how when he was growing, he's still growing, yes, but when he was really, really getting into the scene and getting approached, he didn't know how to brand himself. He didn't know how to position himself as an artist, as a content creator, especially when companies were looking to him for endorsements, or rather they were looking for him to endorse their products. And he said that he would reach out to some of these bigger content creators and artists, and he'd be like, "Hey, I'm rate card yako, can you give me help on how I should how do I how do I charge these people? Because you have no idea, honestly. Like, you're making funny videos. Next thing, Coke wants to work with you. Minute Maid wants to work with you. Royco wants to work with you. What's this other one? Yamanguo, the fabric softener. Io fabric softener, the one that everybody is influencing for in Kenya. They want to work with you. You don't really know what to do unless you have somebody to show you, because going on Google is not necessarily going to give you what you need. It would be more helpful for you to get things on the ground. So we actually need ladies like her, like Modhoni, drama queen, with what she does with what's it called, her workshop. Is it called Empower? I'm gonna remember her incubation program. And then we have this the Black Glitter newsletter that offers resources for navigating the independent music industry. These are people who don't gatekeep, and I need you, if you're an artist, upcoming artist, to have this kind of mindset that whatever it is that you do, hold the door open for other people. Share the information that you received. Share your secrets. Not because these are your besties, but because honestly, it's hard enough. It was hard enough for you. Make it easier for the next person. That's how we grow as a country in the arts. Like, don't just want to do your thing and not care about the next person. Yes, you don't owe them, but what will you lose if you share the information of what it's taken you to get to where you are? Like, unless you're doing weird things for it. And if you had to do weird things, then come out and tell people, please guys, don't be put into positions to do weird things to get into these spaces, because some people will proposition you and push you against the wall. Yes, beautiful. I love you guys because I know that you listen. All right. And currently she resides in California, in Cali, continuing her artistic endeavors. Okay. So let's talk about her music. She gained recognition for her songwriting and vocal abilities a while back. She often writes about themes relevant to her experiences as well as her Kenyan cultural landscape. Her music is characterized by catchy melodies and relatable lyrics, and they really resonate with a wide audience. And she's released several singles, EPs, and her work is available on various music streaming platforms such as YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. Who has she collaborated with? She's worked with other Kenyan artists such as Kato Change, Nairobi Horns, Junior Nyongo, Tetu Shani, etc. Right. So where has she performed? Ameenda wapi? Amefanya nini? We're going to look into that after we come back from more from her. And this is going to be Honeydew and Splinters. And this is the first one. Honeydew is East African Wave and Wanja. And Splinters is Wanja and Rishab Nanda.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio. From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
I said it wasn't a problem, but I lied. I said I wasn't in trouble, but I lied. I don't even think much about it anymore. The splinter in my foot's become a part of me. Oh, 'cause I
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Wow, 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 wow. So that was Honeydew and Splinters. And have you guys figured out? Have you guys figured out the kind of people that be chilling to this kind of music? I told you I am one of them. Even you too kunywangi wine, guys. Ama mnichanue mnipeleke mahali. You know, the alcohol content is close to zero. Like in iskwangi interested. Because Mimi bila kulewa nakwanga tu I'm not normally stable. Mnanionanga nikiwa stable, guys. Do I normally seem okay to you guys? You guys know me. Am I normally okay? So mnataka why mnataka niulewe for what? For what reason? Already there's just so much going on. There's so much going on. But anyways, we're looking into Wanja's notable performances and different events and her significant milestones throughout the span of her career. All right. So she performed in the Queens of Jazz 2017. And this was at Park Inn by Radisson in Nairobi as part of an event celebrating female jazz artists. So she did a solo rendition on guitar and piano, showcasing her soulful mezzo-soprano voice. Unajuanga voice yako ni gani ama unajua tu you sing? You're just a singer. Yay! Let me leave you guys alone. And then she's done festivals in Australia, Kenya, and South Africa. And there's different festivals across these different regions. She's done so to spread messages of female empowerment as well as storytelling. She's also performed at the Weaver Bird musical. See, after the performance, the places she goes sound poetic because Weaver Bird. She contributed as a composer and writer for a musical highlighting Field Marshal Muthoni wa Kirima. Muthoni wa Kirima, a Kenyan freedom fighter. We've talked about her here on Sheversations. We celebrated her on Mashujaa. She was one of our women heroes of old. All right, because she was there, you know, Mau Mau, one of the field marshals that really did the thing, that stood up and spoke out against injustice, against the colonial powers. So she's had a very successful debut album success in 2018. Her album Matriarch received wide acclaim. Nilisema wide acclaim. Unafaa kufika place where people are saying wide acclaim about your work of art. And she was recognized as Apple Music Africa's favorite new artist in October 2018. Already. And Empower 100 Africa Initiative. She was selected as one of the top 100 African artists by Nigerian musician Mr. Ease's initiative, which supports emerging African talent. Love that. Love that. Black Glitter newsletter launched in 2021. This newsletter again provides resources for young independent musicians navigating the music industry. And she also has global collaborations. She's collaborated with artists like Junior Nyong'o, Terushani, and producing tracks that blend the African and indie soul sounds. So let's just take a short walk through her projects. So in 2018, that was her debut album, Matriarch. And this is a 9-track release, and it explores the themes of coming of age, identity, and the complexities of youth. Because, woo, it be rough out here. Her second project, Honey, it's a collaborative EP with the East African Wave Collective, featuring tracks like Honeybee and Honeydew. And this project blends future bass, R&B, and her signature folksy style. Her third project is Dawa, which was released in 2023. This is a 5-track EP marking her return to indie folk roots, characterized by intimate storytelling and a lot of lyrical depth. So this is all about Wanja Wohoro, and shout out to you, ma'am. You've been doing a great job. I personally I'm completely in love with your music. It's for the wine girlies, the picnic girlies, the let's go take a walk in the park and have a picnic on the grass type of human beings. The I'm going to write poetry and celebrate my life type of girls. That's the kind of music that she makes people for, because that's the kind of person I am, and that's the vibe her music gives me. But also, if you just want to relax, you just want to take a walk and you want to exercise in a really chilled way, I think that this is a good addition to your playlist. So go patronize her on Spotify, on YouTube, as well as Apple Music, and give her a follow on her social media. She is Wanja Wahoro across social media platforms. Shout out to you, ma'am. Shout out to you. And I hope that we've been able to sufficiently give her her flowers. On that note, we're just gonna hear one track from her, and this is mine, Wanja Wahoro.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Finally, 23 and I find myself standing on the stage, wondering how a 12-year-old girl has reached this place. All this time I never knew how much I could love what's mine, what's mine, what's mine.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Already. So that was Wanja Wahoro. We're just giving her flowers, and that was mine. That was hers. Honestly, truly, she owned it. And we love to see it. Something that we don't love, however, is the rate of suicide among women. What's going on? What's happening? You know, side moja, GBV, femicide, side moja ni suicide. It is not well. It's not okay. We are not doing well. We are not doing fine. And kuna shida. So SOS, we need to put out the alert. So let's read the statistic. The World Health Organization puts Kenya's age standardized suicide rate to be 11.0 in 100,000, while globally close to 800,000 persons are said to die by suicide annually. Or one person every 40 seconds, making it the second leading cause of death among people aged 15 to 29 years. Most of the deaths occur in low and middle income countries such as Kenya. Wow. Whew. Mental health experts say many cases go unreported due to the stigma associated with suicide. Kenya has criminalized attempted murder, and few families would be willing to report such cases and label their keen criminals. Do you know that you die as a criminal when and if you commit suicide? Do you know that in a lot of societies, when you commit suicide, you're not given a dignified funeral in a lot of cases? Do you know that? It's so sad. It is so sad that this is how badly people are struggling with their mental health. This actually makes me really sijui niseme aje. Yeah. So let's look at something else about suicide. So suicidal behavior is really impacted and is comparable with high income countries, or rather, reasons for suicidal behavior are comparable with high-income countries, but suggested prevention strategies are more contextualized to our low-income setting. When it comes to, the prevention strategies, we need to be really intentional with how we look at low-income countries. Kenya is a low-income country. That's so sad. The fact that this is my country and this is the reality. So we actually need to have a multifaceted approach in preventing suicide in Kenya, and warranted based on the different reasons that have been suggested. So community intervention is one of the different ways that will likely improve and increase access to suicide prevention in these different areas. So this is just a quote from a suicide prevention study that was done in the coastal region of Kenya, and that's basically a perspective on reasons for suicidal behavior and recommendations for suicide prevention in Kenya. All right. What are some of the reasons why the girlies are committing suicide? Financial reasons, being in debt. So this is from Nation Africa, right? So this is a research that they did, and this particular output is by Simon Mboro. Let's see when he put this out. This is 14th of January, 2023. Right. So this is the loans are pushing a large number of women into a trap far deeper than the financial mess they already were in. Now you can imagine what it looks like for 2024. Hounded and humiliated by recovery agents, a number are dying by suicide. So somebody here says, I earn 56,000 net salary and have a bank loan that deducts 25,000 per month. My expenses are too much. When the bank deducts at the end of the month, I top up the loan to run for another 3 months. This has become my cycle. Sometimes I borrow money from my friends and family. I'm just really tired of always paying this loan. Help. So this is Esther, a personal assistant and a single mother of 3. So this is another human being who says, I have a car loan of 700,000. This loan is in default and needs to be cleared or the car will get repossessed in 2 months. My bank is willing to give me a loan of 1.2 million, but I can't access it as I am listed on CRB with loans amounting to 200,000 that I have defaulted on. I feel like I am losing my mind. What should I do? This lady is called Joyce. Another lady called Jadida says, I am a teacher earning 45,000 net. Due to SACCO loans, I only take home 22,000. I spend all of it paying rent, transport, and food. I have debts of about 450,000. I can't account for any of the SACCO loans I took. I also haven't repaid 15,000 mobile loans. My reckless spending habits are drowning me. I need help. These are not grassroots level women because this is a lady who's earning 45,000 net. Yes. This other one has a loan of 700,000. You don't have these kinds of loans when you don't have collateral or, a payslip that is able to get you this loan. This other lady is earning 56,000. So these are not your hand to mouth earners. These are people who are probably working office jobs and are able to afford to even apply for these loans in the first place, right? So those are just a few SOS distress calls that were received from Kenyan women who are drowning in debt. A Saturday Magazine analysis from its personal finance section shows that up to 90% of questions received from Kenyan women are on how to cope and get out of debt. The most common debts are taken to fund lifestyles like purchasing luxury household items, entertainment, beauty, and vehicles. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing a bit of a disparity with the reality versus expectations, that there is an issue with the spending habits of Kenyan women. And this is actually exacerbating. What's the kizungu for that? It's worsening their mental health situation and actually increasing the rates of suicide, because this sound like normal stress, but I kid you not, seeing more than half your money go into loans that you got for things you cannot even account for is heartbreaking, and still not making ends meet. Yet every day you enter that office and you're working your butt off. That's actually quite depressive. So what's been happening is that they're often lured by easily accessible loans from diverse sources ranging from mobile loans, chama loans, table banking, microfinance lenders, Shylock cycles, SACCOs, and banks. And many of them are really keen on upgrading their life, but instead find themselves trapped. I can attest to how many times have I seen ads, personalized ads, because they know I'm Kenyan, they know I'm a woman, personalized ads that are asking you to apply for a loan, telling you how easy it is for you to apply for a loan. That's how you find yourself in the CRB. That's how you find yourself barred from borrowing money. You're barred from taking a loan that could save some of your property. It's very sad. So how does this situation transit to suicide? This easy money lures many in times of distress, but the debt is pushing a large number of people into a trap far worse than the financial situation they are already in. So Elizabeth has a case study, or rather there's a case study for a certain Elizabeth Mumboa who died in November last year while undergoing treatment at the Machakos hospital. The mother of 2 had fled her home and taken poison over 300,000 she had taken from a table banking group where she was a treasurer. Alitoroka na pesa za chama. Na akasema that is it for her. She's not able to face the shame. She's going to off herself. That's very sad. In July 2022, a primary school teacher died by suicide in Kandogu village in Kirinyaga County. Wangeve Karoria, 56, left a suicide note in which she explained that she had taken her life due to a huge debt, which she was unable to repay. She revealed that she had a lot of debt, which should be cleared by her 2 sons. Isn't that heartbreaking? That's so heartbreaking. That unaachia watoto wako deni zako. I think it's also selfish. I think it's very selfish as a parent that huwezi kuwa umelemewa to the point where unaachia watoto wako your burdens. I'm sorry to say. And I know parents go through a lot. Like hini, no. If you're unable to repay debts, ngangana. Sa ukiachia watoto na wewe hauwezi. How your children that are relying on you. That's not okay. Yeah, so this report was given by Moya West Sub-County Police Boss Wilson Koskei. So this is a police case. Earlier in 2022, 43-year-old Victorine Akinyi committed suicide near her home in Migoko village, Kachola sub-location, over 30,000 shillings loan that she was unable to repay. 30K, guys. 30K ni kitu yako. Is that something that should lead a person to death? You see that there is a disconnect with the relationship that women are having with money and what's actually, pointing this women to suicide as an answer. At this point, suicide has become escapist, and not just as a consequence of brutally broken women, but honestly, escapist. At some point, you realize that in some situations, suicide is cowardice in some situation, because I know every situation is different. I know in every single case you're broken. But some of this, unaona 30K, you're not processing properly. You're not processing correctly, because as much as you don't have this 30,000, when you look at the value of your life, the things that you're yet to achieve, the people that love and need you, and you decide to take your life because of 30,000, that's not okay, and that does not make any sense to me. Unaona yule wa 300,000 mwenye alitoroka na pesa ya chama. I understand, because people are gonna be after you. But when there's nobody after you necessarily, because e pesa you've taken it and you owe one person or one source 30,000. Has it gotten to the point where we're just like, yeah, suicide? Ladies, let's think about these things. We need to think about them, yeah? And I think sometimes when you didn't think about things deeply, you just get the easiest way out. And sometimes suicide is the easy option out. I'm sorry to say this, but sometimes suicide is the easy option out. And that's not what we're advocating for. We're not looking for easy solutions. We're looking for effective, long-lasting, and fruitful solutions. And this is not a solution. When you decide to unalive yourself because of 30K, what do you leave people to say about you? Your whole legacy, 30K, should not push you against the wall. So we need to have conversations where we figure out, why do we feel so desperate? Because at your 300K, there's a way out. There's always a way out. I would rather you're imprisoned. I would rather they auction you and, you struggle with accommodation rather than taking away your life. But yeah, unfortunately, these different incidents really paint the picture of women who have been pushed to the edge, and they've tipped over because of loans. Loans have become a common denominator in a majority of cases of depression, and many unreported cases have had the same unfortunate ending. So the KNCHR, that's the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, show that only a fraction of suicide cases are reported. KNCHR shows data that 1,442 Kenyans attempted suicide between 2015 and 2018. And out of the 421 suicide cases in 2017, 91 were women. That's very sad. So let's look into how a capitalistic lifestyle is pushing women to suicide. Right. So just having a culture of consumption is one of the trends that is blamed for the rise in people crippled by debt. According to Thorstein-Veblen's theory between a global market for counterfeit goods and many people taking on debt to afford luxuries. Conspicuous consumption of goods is widespread in our society today. Veblen's The Theory of the Leisure Class says that a leisure class or upper or middle class is rooted in capitalism and the purchases are meant to impress others. Deni si ya school fees. Deni si ya transport yenye inaeleweka. I don't mean Ubering and you can't afford. Deni si ya chakula. It's not for basic shelter or rent. Ni ya nini? Ni ya ma microwave, ma fridge, ma carpet, ma TV, interior decor. And you end up taking your life because of, living this high-class lifestyle. So let's look into the case of Mary very quickly. She's serving a loan that she cannot account for. And this is what she says. I am servicing 2 major loans, a HELP one and a bank loan of 1.2 million Kenyan shillings. The bank loan was to finance my master's, but I got stuck at the research proposal. I squandered the remainder of the money by buying household electronics and doing a few things for my folks. Mary si yeye peke. Connie Omutanyi took a 800,000 loan using her payslip for her husband, and neither she nor her husband can account for it. 800,000, 800K. Ujui lienda wapi? Ay banange. It's bad. It's looking glam. She says, I am stuck with a 4-year loan that eats 26,000 from my payslip every month. 26,000 is somebody's salary. It was supposed to be startup funds, but we wasted all of it. Self-control. Now, that disparity that we're talking about, that lack of self-control, to see that there's a disconnect. And a lot of these things are actually solvable if we look into our thought patterns and the things that are influencing us. And as we can see here, capitalism is really influencing and is one of the causes, one of the initial causes, or rather, this is what spirals people into this suicidal tendencies, because unaona tu that you've reached the end of your road because of easy mapesa. It was supposed to be for startup funds, but we wasted all of it. So Connie says that when the loan hit her bank account, uko December 2021, they took a holiday to Zanzibar with their 2 children, and it was their first family holiday together. With pesa ya loan, we booked flights to Zanzibar in a moment of kujirudishia shukrani na pesa za loan. Atuko sawa wadau. And by February 2022, they had consumed half the loan. We went on holiday, upgraded our family furniture, and repainted our parents' homes. She's a secondary school teacher. Do you know how much secondary school teachers earn? Now, ujue kwa hiyo salary ya secondary school teachers, 26,000 is being taken away from her payslip every single month because of this loan that she has. When the money started running thin, they leased a farm for 1 year in Baringo to farm tomatoes. We bought equipment for pumping and spraying pesticides. It seemed like a good idea until the investment yielded slightly over a quarter of the 300K loan balance. She is depressed. There's really nothing to smile about when my payslip ends with a net of less than 15,000. Yeah? So at the end of this, what do we see? That there is a lack of financial literacy. There is a lack of financial literacy when it comes to how these women literally put themselves into this bondage, financial bondage. We have a hustler appetite, that you want to start a business that you've not done proper research for. You want to own property that you have not afforded. Yeah. So this is a good cross from our mental health and financial literacy and financial empowerment series. And this is a conversation that we are going to continue with. This is a conversation that must be continued, because we need to look into how can we then prevent these things. Yeah. Why are women committing suicide? We've seen that a big chunk of suicides that are happening are because women feel like they are not able to meet their financial obligations, and hence they feel pushed to the wall. They feel tipped over, like hawana option. Like in ukiangalia case study, they don't make sense how you got into that debt in the first place. So now we need to have another conversation about poverty. We need to have another conversation about financial literacy, financial empowerment, and see how the lack of these things, lack of resources, lack of financial empowerment is actually leading women to off themselves. I want to know if you have any of these experiences, as we come to the end of our show today. And I would also love for you to tell me if you have had uncomfortable encounters of being stalked, uncomfortable encounters of men who are not necessarily touching you, being weird and doing weird things. Let me know at Power Radio and Caroline Murote across all social media platforms. Yes. And let's continue having these conversations. Also, give me your account of if you've lost somebody because of this financial disputes and financial situations. And for the people that you've lost and the people that you know have lost their lives to suicide, let me know what the cause and the reason was, and so that we can look at what's the most pressing things that need to be talked about and dealt with. What do we need to create awareness on? And that brings us to the end of today's show. So I hope that we've learned something. I hope that I've given you something to think about. And on that note, I'm going to end with Mombi Wanja Wahara Wanja. It's been a beautiful show hanging out with you, your art, your music. And shout out to you. You're doing a great job. So this is Mombi. I'll see you guys on Friday. Enjoy this jam. Mombi by Wanja.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
From the earth you rose and gave her everything. Straight from the mountain's toes, she gave him her everything. Always squashed by a man's tall orders, always pushed right until our borders. Mother, please let this red earth feed me, mold us all like the holy fig tree. 9 daughters in an ancient blessing, matriarch from the mountain dwelling. I am learning.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.